Hello, everybody, and welcome to the SMO Any Pro League. Today, we're gonna have a match against Odysseyguy and LightRon. And on comms, joining me, is Combo. How you feeling about this match today,
I
Combo?
I am very hyped so far. I mean I'm just hyped.
Yeah,
So yeah, we'll be seeing two 58 runners, going up against each other with only 20 seconds of a 20-second PB difference. So yeah, this is bound to be close. So yeah, I'm hyped.
yeah. Odysseyguy, how you feeling about this race ahead of you? You just had your win against Pajulu. How you feeling?
Um, I'm. I hope I can play better this time. Me and LightRon are pretty close in PB and skill level, so it should be a good race. I'm hoping for the best.
That's good. LightRon, how are you feeling?
Um, I need to revenge my friend Pajolu for the French community, but I'm really hard for this race too. This guy is really strong, and I know he can pull out a really good time in races.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have to play well. So yeah, best of luck to both of us.
Yep. Good luck to both runners. If you guys are ready, you can go ahead and ready up in the race time, mute up, and then we'll get this race started.
All right,
Yeah,
have
Definitely.
fun, LightRon. Good luck.
Yeah, you too. Thanks.
Good luck, you guys. You got this.
All right. Yeah, as we just said, not Pajulu, Odysseyguy just coming off the win in the previous match against Pajulu. Let me see their records right now. Okay, I guess Odysseyguy I believe is 1-1, according to the stat sheet, and LightRon is 2-2.
We got a big friends enjoyer here in chat with Saren here today. You do know that I think Pajulu is also French, right?
Is he? I have no clue. I think he might be.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's also the French restream, which is pretty cool to have. We got the second language that people could watch in, reach a larger community. Pretty nice.
Definitely. I do think that's very creative, and yeah, again, I love to see it. Both of them heading into cap right now. This very second I'm gonna be saying in a second. Yeah, I mean cap's bound to be very close. Don't think we'll be seeing much of a difference. Although I won't say that with full confidence, because commentator curse is
Yeah,
very much a
I
thing.
commentated a match a couple of days ago, and man, it was me and Zach in the box, and we were killing the runners. Like there were 5 or 6 different like separate occurrences in the run where we say, "Oh, it looks pretty good here," and then they mess something up. It was Jambo's race, and he did mooncave skip. That's a very nice mooncave skip from Jambo, and then he got one framed and he died. It was,
Oh man, I think I
it
saw
was
that.
yeah,
Oh.
we were really jinxing the runners, but hopefully, knock on wood,
Yeah,
that won't happen today. But we're
yeah,
going
you
to
guys were
see.
taking them out like flies. So let's not have that happen here today. All praying for good luck. But I'm not jinx it. Oh, I see, Saren. Alright, cool. I mean, we might see that here today. I mean, LightRon has been pulling W's lately, but that is not to, forget that Odysseyguy also pulled a W literally, what, 10 minutes ago? So,
Yeah,
he
you got to be
he
feeling
might
pretty confident right now,
definitely.
especially since
Although,
Odysseyguy does have the PB advantage, although not by much.
definitely did miss a part of a frog jump. I think, yeah.
Yeah, that's
Like kind of jumped up against the
the
wall.
final jump before you jump on top of the last platform. It's a bit tricky to get the proper jump
Yeah.
on there.
It's such a big place for me personally to reset there, because it feels like you lose so much time there. Like, how much do you
Yeah,
lose realistically
because then
there?
you got to do like 2 extra jumps, and you've lost all your speed now, and it's just
Yeah, it's a mess.
I don't really care to go for that. Just no, you
Yeah.
don't need another reason to reset at the start of the run.
Alright, let's see the difference. Let me see if Odysseyguy has actually got the...
He doesn't. His plugin is not working, unfortunately.
So
But we can, he's on stream, so we can see on his own stream what he's at.
oh yeah, definitely.
So there's about a second difference right now. LightRon got a 219, Odysseyguy got a 220.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I am so dumb. I could have done that last race. Unfortunately.
Yeah, I always like to look at the stats. Usually when I'm commentating these races, I've got either if the plugin's not working, I got their alt stream or whatever stream they're on, just to see the splits, and I've got the stat sheet pulled up as well.
Yeah. I mean, it's all very satisfying because it's all very, it's so complex, but it's easy to read off of. I don't know, it's all very cool, and yeah.
Yeah, shout out to Matt for setting that up. Every race I commentate, I try to shout him out because that stat sheet is very, very nice and helpful.
Yeah, Matt is definitely, give the guy some love. He's doing a wonderful job here at CCG with the stat sheets. Both runners getting dino skip. Let's go. Let's see how the fight goes, because the fight can't quite screw you up if, what am I saying? The fight can't quite mess you up if, if you miss one of the change on cycles, I guess. I'm not really sure what to call it.
Phase, maybe?
Yeah, phase. Something like that. Luckily, LightRon got it, and Odysseyguy got it.
Still only like 1 or 2 seconds of difference between these two runners. Very close.
That is something I did not expect to see in Cascade. I mean, it's only 4 minutes into the run, which of 30 seconds was, cutscenes and all that, but usually I'd be seeing, like, at least one runner having made a mistake or gone for, like, a different strat, something like that.
Yeah,
and then
usually we'll start to see them drift apart in Sand Kingdom is usually where that kind of stuff happens.
Yeah, true. I mean, I've seen it before that, people have been playing neck and neck until, like, Moon. So, yeah, we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, there's been quite a few races in this tournament so far that have been very close. There's somewhere on the stat sheet, it's the closest race. Yeah, there it is. We had a race that was 14 seconds apart, 17 seconds, 20 seconds, 35. Several
insane,
very close races.
Alright, both of them heading into Cascade. I did not capture what time they were going to get. Usually I'm able to
I was staring at the stat sheet.
Yeah, usually when I start talking, I just stare into blank space while I'm doing that, so...
Yeah. Again, there's still maybe like a second difference. Not even a second. Very, very close between the two runners, as long as they're synced up.
According to stream, LightRon got a 530 something Cascade, and Odysseyguy got like a 531.
Yeah. According to their two splits, they both got 532s. So they're within a second of each other.
I mean, all it takes is like a bonk to really drift them apart, I guess.
Yeah, because there's so many difficult pieces of movement here in Sand Kingdom. You've got, all the stuff with Reverse Town. You got the Dram. You've got Platform Cycle, Reverse Jaxi, all that kind of stuff. And Platform Cycle being the most difficult thing in the kingdom, because the clip itself isn't very difficult, but the movement to get to the platform to clip and the camera movement you also have to do as well is very, very difficult.
Odysseyguy pulling ahead out of seemingly nowhere. It's
better mashing.
Yeah, better mashing, and I guess just taking better lines, I guess. I'm not really sure.
Very good start for both runners in Reverse Town. We'll have to see how the bird goes. Yet another very difficult stretch.
Definitely. Right, Odysseyguy.
Oh, Odysseyguy threw Taffy the wrong direction.
Getting the bird, luckily.
And LightRon misses the fast moon grab on the bird.
So, who is ahead right
They
now?
both messed up. It
LightRon.
seemed like Odysseyguy messed up worse, but they're, still within a second or two of each other.
Yeah, that's crazy. That is quite literally insane. Alright.
LightRon went for the Shireen bounce strat on the archway.
Yeah.
Gets it
Did
very
lose-
nicely.
I did lose him, the close. Bonking! And again, to what we talked about before, here we see that drift that we
Ooh,
talked
this
about
gonna make
earlier.
Graham weird. Is the platform in the way? It was.
Ooh,
So
no.
Odysseyguy just missing Graham entirely.
Will that be okay? Yeah, that bill will
Yeah,
survive.
the bill will survive, yeah. LightRon's really taking the lead here in midway through Sand Kingdom. Just reverse Jaxie very
completely
nicely.
focused, staying completely focused to the game as well, as you can see. With Odysseyguy also getting a successful, how do you say that? A reverse
Jaxie.
reverse Jaxie, yeah. But I was losing focus a little bit there because LightRon seemed to struggle a little bit with, getting the moon there. With, the...
Oh,
Ooh.
and he misses the jump on the, I don't know, railing. Just an odd jump. Oh, Odysseyguy also misses it.
Yeah,
The platform's just so small. It's very difficult to land on there.
yeah, definitely. But
Oh, and LightRon captures the bullet bill.
yeah,
Sand Kingdom's going wrong for both of our runners here. They're both gonna have to wait for a full extra cycle.
both of them making very similar mistakes indeed, but also just getting, they both got the, the great backups for, at least they both backed up missing the little fence, I guess, pretty well.
Yeah, they didn't struggle too much to get back up there.
Yeah, and they both got the second platform cycle, so I guess, I don't know. I mean, I guess that LightRon kind of has a bigger lead, but they still are
Yeah.
fairly close to each other.
Yeah, 'cause we haven't even gotten to Lake Clip or Wooded yet.
Definitely. Alright. With Odysseyguy going into Lake and LightRon following suit, will we be seeing a Lake triple jump Lake clip from either of them? I think that we'll be seeing one from Odysseyguy. We saw one previous race, and I'm not too sure about Ron, but I think so. Most
have to see.
likely.
Unfortunately, that triple jump Lake Clip is not on the stat sheet, just regular Lake Clip, which encompasses both regular Lake Clip and the triple jump. So we won't really know. But I guess if Odysseyguy went for it in the last race, I'd imagine he would in this race, and I'd also imagine LightRon probably would go for it. It seems to be probably the least punishing of the triple jump clips.
Yeah, definitely.
The three that are added.
Yeah, because if you miss it, like, you can just go back to regular Lake clip, like, you won't. I don't know.
It takes the least amount of time to set up and doesn't really have any major consequences for missing. Because I guess Pipe's clip didn't waste that much time, but
LightRon not
you
going
mess up the
for it.
cycle.
And
Ooh, Odysseyguy does not get it.
no, definitely not. And LightRon getting
Ooh, fake clip there from Odyssey.
getting a fake clip, as Bob just said, and getting the clip now with Ron seemingly being, increasing that gap between them. With LightRon opting to not go for triple jump Lake clip at all.
Odysseyguy showing off his Joy-Con by doing a mid-air down throw. Haven't noticed that yet in this race.
Ooh, LightRon missing the pillar at the first attempt, or missing the shake, I guess. But backing it up pretty nicely. I feel like missing the pillar, or like the shake there, or like just, you know, not activating the moon, I guess, it's like, how do you say that? It sometimes causes, at least me, meltdown quite a lot, because, you know, then you're led to like shaking more and out of frustration trying to get it, you know?
Yeah, because sometimes you just barely miss it. So you think, oh, I'll just tap the swim up button and I'll shake again, and you don't get it. And so then you're, instead of just wasting a little bit more time and making sure that you get in a position where you're able to shake, then you try to like undercompensate by like, oh, I'm pretty close. I'll minimize time loss by just
Yeah.
going up a little bit, and then it doesn't work. So then
Yeah,
you're kind of in panic mode, and when in reality, it would have just been better to go for a bigger movement upwards. But
yeah, definitely. And one of the another thing that I struggle with, like personally, is that like you go in with a lot of momentum. So like when you have the fish stand still for a second, or you try, the fish just like shoots out, and that's what makes it so difficult.
yeah.
All right, LightRon going, and Odysseyguy as well. By the way, both getting into this terrible kingdom, in my opinion, at least, with a lot of things that can go
Most
horribly
difficult
wrong.
kingdom for a lot of runners at pretty much any skill level. About a 7-second difference heading into the kingdom itself.
Definitely, yeah. So we might see a lead switch here. You never know.
Yeah.
I mean, it
Theoretically,
theoretically
is
can
looking
happen anywhere.
to increase his lead, and Odysseyguy is looking to reclaim the lead.
Exactly.
A lot of things can go wrong.
All right. We'll be patiently waiting for the no clip, see how it goes. With LightRon getting the tree moon just fine. I did see one of them struggle for a bit. I don't remember who it was. I blanked on that. I'm sorry. Who was that?
Like LightRon's internet was just struggling a little bit, it seemed.
I see.
You
Did
just
both of them
sitting
hit
there.
it? I did it.
Both. Yeah, both have gotten Nut Club very nicely. Doesn't matter if they can get the rest of it out of bounds. Bit of an odd angle there from Odysseyguy, but he manages to keep himself in proper position. Very nice.
And we will, I mean, the lead is still so, I mean, the gap is so little, man. Like, even what you'd expect to at least see, you know, one person make like a really big mistake, or like at least have like one of the sand mistakes happen to one of the runners, you know, with the little fence mistake that they made. And
Yeah, it's crazy because they keep making mistakes, but they're making pretty similar mistakes.
exactly, and that's what's like keeping them from, you know, drifting too far apart. Which is, you know, I mean, great to see, because we love the intensity, but I mean, it all comes down to the triple two. With both of them getting it, yeah. Alright.
Oh, no roll boost,
really
FRS, double roll boost, roll cancel, triple jump. This is like 0.5. It's so sad.
Dude. I mean, props to you for memorizing that, man. I could never.
Honestly, I just wanted to flex that I knew it all.
I mean, you know, it was a good flex. Good job. It was a flex to be proud of. Alright. Both of them heading to the last 3 moves here in a bit, with one of them being a crumbling nut around the corner or something like that.
Oh, yeah, it's nut around the corner.
Not around the corner,
It's
yeah.
difficult. The nut names are kind of awful. There's one that's like the nut at the dead end, which is the one before Spewer, or not Spewer, the Piranha Moon. But this, that could be the nut around the corner, and this one could also be the nut at the dead end. It's
Yeah,
confusing.
exactly. The developers definitely didn't, do too great of a job with, some of the names in this game.
They were out of ideas. Once you hit moon number 880, I mean, moon names are not a top priority there.
I mean, they were just at the writing table, and they just thought like, okay, what's the easiest one we can do at this point.
Odysseyguy got a bit of a faster cycle there than LightRon. Much of a riskier strat to go for in a race, but managed just to pull it off very nicely, and they're both out.
Yeah, with
3 seconds apart, something like that.
Yeah.
I'll have to see if they're synced properly on the stream.
Odysseyguy closing the gap just a little bit more. It would it as well. You'd expect something pretty big to happen, but it went pretty well for both runners, all things considered.
Yeah, right now there's a 4-second difference. Very, very close heading out of early game. We take a bit of a breather in Cloud Kingdom.
Definitely, or have the most heartbreaking thing happen in the
No
beginning.
in between. Looks like Odysseyguys' internet is having a fun time. Hope it's back. There we go. I'm gonna assume his cloud boost went well.
Yeah. Let's pray.
Yeah, they both got the Luigi hint art.
Alright, and both of them got the triple successfully too. They are incredibly close at this point. How did the manip go for Odysseyguy? It seems a bit...
That was a bit... Yeah, because he hit it to one too far of a platform. Because he didn't have to manip Bowser to jump to the platform he's on now. He just did it anyway.
Yeah.
According to splits, there's 3-second difference. So Odysseyguy made up a singular second in that kingdom.
I mean, at this point, a second is massive.
Yeah,
so...
with how close these runners have been, very important to
Ooh. And here we see the big, takeover from Odysseyguy. Okay, it teleported back for a second, and LightRon, I guess lagging for a bit.
Yeah, it seems like that's not actually where he is, because he was paused there at the name tree for quite a bit.
Yeah, but I do think that Odysseyguy's in the lead right now because of that.
Odysseyguy, yeah, certainly in the lead. Just a matter of by how much. I don't think it's as large of a lead as it looks on the stream.
Yeah. I think it's like, because it was like a medium mistake, I guess, like 3 seconds.
Yeah, it's probably, less than 5 seconds still between the two runners.
Yeah, definitely, because LightRon backed that up pretty well.
Yeah.
We'll be able to tell in a bit. Ooh, Odysseyguy missing the moon first try, but it's not that big of a deal. And getting cage triple, there we go. And LightRon getting it as well. Odysseyguy doing Deathless and getting that. And I think LightRon's getting that too. Definitely very good, with only LightRon making one, pretty small mistakes, all things considered, but the gap is reasonably bigger now, or not reasonably, what is the word for that?
That's a good question.
It's quite a bit bigger. It's quite a bit bigger, yeah.
Yeah. Let's see what the difference is. 2210 versus a. Okay, that. According to the splits, they are tied.
Oh
That's-
man,
I guess. Yeah, I guess they. It's a less of a lead change than we thought there. That's
definitely.
crazy. They
there
are
is not-
tied 22 minutes into the run.
All right, and we'll be heading into Night Metro here. And even though that they have been close all this time, I mean, you know, if something's gonna go wrong, it's gonna start going wrong in Metro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Metro is a really big make or break kingdom. Ooh,
Ooh,
LightRon giving us a heart attack, but he survived. Okay.
yeah.
So
LightRon
that
being the
means
first example.
Odysseyguy is squarely in the lead now.
Definitely, you know, having a very solid Night Metro so far, with LightRon making like a 5-second mistake, but you can tell the difference. I mean, you know, arguably, you know, the stream isn't exactly accurate right now, but still, you know, the gap has certainly increased between the two, putting Odysseyguy ahead. I mean, he'd have to make a mistake of some sorts, or like LightRon would like better movement overall to catch up to him. But yeah, that all comes down to Wiggler, I guess.
Yeah, it depends on how good the Wiggler pattern is, and if these runners know their Wiggler patterns. I certainly don't, but you know these you know sub-hour runners tend to have memorized most, if not all, of the Wiggler patterns.
Definitely, they know their stuff, and trust me, I don't either. Both of them being like in a little, you know, how do you say that? Kind of being in the moment where just Wiggler kind of trains towards you, and
Yeah, it's a bit of an auto scroller for the moment.
truly entering the part where it all matters most. That looks really clean. With
Ooh, Odysseyguy so close to a very, very clean Wiggler, but that one segment, it looked like he should have hit. Really threw him off. The hitboxes on this thing are pretty awful, and that means LightRon is gonna, you know, break into that lead a little bit from Odysseyguy, because LightRon had a very nice Wiggler fight. Very easy pattern he had to deal with. Okay, I think it might be synced up now to what it's supposed to be, which means this is accurate, and they are, what, 3 seconds apart maybe?
with LightRon being ahead though, right?
Okay, according to the splits, LightRon is 1 second behind Odysseyguy.
Oh, again, making it so very close.
This has been crazy close so far. Hope these runners can hold this out until, you know, throughout the rest of the run. It'll be very exciting to see them stay very close to each other.
Definitely. Alright. 1 second. Okay, cool. Alright, let's see how this Scoot clip goes for Odyssey.
Oh my, honestly, that did not look like that was gonna work. He was so far to the side.
Yeah. Exactly. I think LightRon was a little bit far off too, but he made it just fine.
Thank you for homing in on the trash bag there, Cappy. That's what an Odysseyguy wanted you to do.
Yep, that is a Cappy moment at its best.
Oh,
Ooh.
and homing in on the box. Yeah.
Dude, I swear, every time that LightRon makes a mistake of some sorts, the stream just goes out.
This is internet fighting against him.
Exactly.
This is video buffering. Yes, it is. Thank you, Twitch. Oh.
Alright, we'll be seeing a... Okay. Now I was about to make a PowerPoint joke, but it already resulted.
Oh, there it goes. Question is here from Odysseyguy. What kind of cycle are we going to be seeing in the bullet building? There's there's 3 captures you can go on the bullet bill now. Looks like he's going for the fastest one. See if he can pull it off. Oh, he's a bit far back here. Let's see if that's gonna affect anything. Very, very nice.
Did he get it? Let's go. I'm just
Awesome. That was a very, very clean bullet building from Odysseyguy.
Oh wait, no, that's not the command.
Yeah, it worked anyway.
Alright, can the bot handle this pressure that I'm putting? Oh, my stream on YouTube is all the way back in Cascade. That is a moment. Alright, let me check
Oh, LightRon. He's lucky he survived there. He went for the same cycle that Odysseyguy did, but unfortunately he smashed his face into a bullet bill and fell down on the lower platform. Could have gone a lot worse. He could have died. So
that's very
that's
true.
something to be grateful for at the very least, but not what he wants to be doing when the race is so close.
Definitely not, no. One other thing that I do have to mention while we're in Metro is that, like, you know the moon, like the Dizzying Heights moon?
Yeah.
Like the spin pound you have to do after that, it's so much harder than it seems. I mean, currently...
You gotta have a good position when you're when you're collecting the moon. Otherwise, you know, just gonna spin pound off the side of the spire.
Yeah, exactly. But the thing is the spin bounce are sometimes so hard to get, like, especially with like an input drop. You just, you know, you stand still and you dive. You know,
Yeah.
lose that much if you don't fall off the whole building. But yeah, it's still quite a bit of a struggle, and I wanted to know if other runners could relate to that as well, because it's been like an issue I've been having.
See, this is the cool thing about these races we get to see is these runners make a lot of this, you know, things you wouldn't even think are difficult. Like that spin pound doesn't look that difficult. We were talking about the jump in the frog room at the start of the race. These things don't look that difficult. They don't need to take that much time, but they make them look easy, and they're a bit more difficult than you know, somebody who hasn't run the game would realize.
Yeah, definitely.
It's difficult to tell how big the gap is here right now. I'm, you know, Odysseyguy is certainly in the lead, but I don't think it's by that much.
I'm sorry, my brain lagged for a second. I was trying to think of something of what you said about the thing. Like, they make it look easy for sure, but like if you could see their controllers, they're probably like mashing every button. Like they're going absolutely insane, you know. Like,
oh yeah, even something as simple as mashing, like you think, oh, he's pressing buttons, but you can save, you know, multiple seconds throughout the run just by mashing faster.
yeah,
it's a very underrated skill in speedrunning, especially for a game that has as much mashing as Odyssey.
Yeah, I'll get more into it in Ruined, because Ruined is the Attachment Kingdom, but you know, Danza has been making a pretty great tutorial series on more advanced SMO or any percent speedrunning, and one of the videos that he made was also about mashing and like saying how underrated mashing is. I'll put that aside real quick because I said I was getting more into that in Ruined. Snow is really giving Odysseyguy a really tough time right now, you know, not being able to get the moon on the wall for a while, you know, struggling quite a bit, not being able to get the clip either, and I don't recall what happened after. Oh yeah, he missed
the jump on the umbrella as well.
Yeah,
a lot of these small time losses really adding up. LightRon leaving Metro was only 6 seconds behind. So barring any similar mistake from LightRon, he will be, you know, again breaking into that lead that Odysseyguy has over him.
Odysseyguy casually doing the most nasty recapture ever, like going instantly. That is something that I personally can't do yet, but that is absolutely insane. Yeah, both of them not having too much trouble so far.
Yeah, LightRon had a very nice moon clip as well to get through into the
Yeah,
Taifu sub area. It's only like a second faster. It looks so much cooler though. Oh,
Yeah.
Odysseyguy almost killing the Goombas.
oh
Bit
no,
of a scary jump there.
definitely.
And what
And
sucks when you kill the Goombas, the only backup is to, I guess, technically there are two backups. The main one, the smart one, is to just kill Mario. So you got to make him respawn, or you could go for ICC.
ICC,
with the setup is a bit more of a viable strategy. It's not a good strategy to go for, but it is a tiny bit more viable.
yeah. Do you think that would actually save time though?
I don't know. I mean, it's probably faster than dying to get the Goomba Moon, but it's, you'd have to go and get the Story Moon first, so it probably wouldn't even end up being faster.
Yeah, exactly. Because you'd have to process like, oh crap, I just made that mistake, and then you'd immediately have to make your way and like position yourself and everything. Some people have done setupless ICC, but man, I don't think we'll be seeing that in a race ever.
Actually, there was, I think it was the last league. No, not the last league. 2 leagues ago, so like 2 years ago.
Oh,
Where, well, honestly, I went for the more difficult Snowdram. Gets it, but it seems unnecessary. But yeah, I think 2 years ago in the league, Psionic went for setupless ICC,
really?
got it, and managed to get Comsob, the fastest anybody had ever done Snow Kingdom, and it was in a race for the NEP% league.
That
And he
is-
missed Snow Clip too, the moon clip. Like, it's kind of stupid. You
Yeah.
have 415, I believe.
I mean, that's a race for the history books, man. I'm telling you. That is quite literally insane. I do recall that when I think about it now. I mean, 2 years seems like a long time, but I mean, I wasn't there, but I do remember people talking about it. Yeah.
Yeah, but I believe it was 2021, because that's also when he decided to grind for ICC or setupless ICC ILs to get the current comp. So nobody's beat it since, because no one wants to do setupless ICC because it's stupid.
I mean, it's fair enough, but you know,
The setup is bad enough.
yeah. I mean, it's there for people to take if they were willing to put time into it again, because Snowclip does save a second, so it's possible.
Yeah. So into Seaside Kingdom. Okay, LightRon does not have. Oh wait, no, never mind. I was looking wrong. Yeah, LightRon 3414 versus a 3417 from Odysseyguy. Just a 3-second difference. Again, it's a bit difficult to see because of all the buffering on LightRon's side, but these runners are only just about 3 seconds apart.
Odysseyguy missing the initial, how do you say the initial descent?
Fish capture.
Fish, yeah, the initial fish capture, and then just, you know, doing the logical thing when you have Joy-Cons and just down throw, you know.
Gets fish jib. Had a bit of trouble there with the camera to collect the moon while staying out of bounds.
Definitely.
See how LightRon does with it.
Yeah. It's crazy though, because okay, yeah, LightRon getting it, but having a little bit of trouble. But as I said, like with the new clip, it's crazy to think that like you now spent like 50% of the kingdom out of bounds, right?
Yeah, most of the moons you either use to clip out of bounds, you collect them while out of bounds, or you collect them right after coming out of bounds. Like it's kind of crazy, because the only moons you don't collect out of bounds are like Dory, this moon right here LightRon's doing, and then the ones at the start.
Yeah, definitely. So I don't know.
4 moons.
I don't know if you overall spent half the time out of bounds, but definitely underwater. Underwater, you spend the most time out of bounds now, unless you don't go for fish dip, of course.
Yeah. See, so it's only like a 3-minute split. It's a very quick kingdom.
It was absolutely mind blowing to me though when I figured out that you don't do that much or you don't use the out of bounds that much to actually collect the moons, since it's a massive out of bounds section that you are capable of using. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not just like a small part in Wooded, it's like the whole sea, the whole undermap. You can just explore.
Yeah, because with the fish, it's very easy to collect moons from out of bounds, as long as they're close to a wall or something somewhere, or the floor.
Yeah, definitely. That is one problem though, because you can clip back in bounds just as easily as you can clip out of bounds, maybe even more.
Yeah, that is very true. You gotta be very careful. Just like Luncheon Kingdom, which is another kingdom you have to be very careful with because of all the different strats with Spiritless. Both runners do go for Spiritless though, so we will see how this goes. And there's only a 2-second difference between these two runners when entering the kingdom. So a mistake here in Luncheon could make or break the run. It is, like I've said the entire race, it is crazy how close these runners have stayed the entire time. Like,
Yeah.
this is getting ridiculous how they continue to stay this close.
Yeah. I want to ask one thing though, like, could you check out the BPT on Odysseyguys' side? Because I feel like they're both like,
Odysseyguys' BPT is a 5902.
It makes sense because he's not been having too much of a bad run, like right now. It's definitely better than last run.
Yes, somehow LightRon's BPT is a 5307. So it looks like we might be seeing a new world record here today from LightRon.
Definitely.
I'm assuming he, I don't know, maybe his gold for Luncheon is 0 seconds or something like that.
Yeah,
That's
definitely.
the only thing that might make sense. I'm assuming that's supposed to be like a 5907 or somewhere around there.
Yeah, no, he's just in Luncheon to entertain it, He's just trying to entertain us through the content, but in reality, he usually skips his kingdom.
Yeah.
Alright. Except for the booty burn on LightRon's side.
Odysseyguy going for the ascent of the down throw vault.
Neither of them having too bad of a Luncheon so far.
Very nice movement. Odysseyguy just the vault at the start.
Yeah, the vault.
It's still very much anybody's race. I mean, 2 seconds apart is insane.
I mean,
get some roll.
With the stream lag, Saren, that is very possible that LightRon will be taking the W here. I mean, it's just as plausible as for Odysseyguy. Absolutely great. Ooh, Odysseyguy taking a bomb.
Could even put LightRon in the lead. Again, it's very difficult to tell. We don't really know paces until the end of Kingdom, so
definitely. So, yeah, we'll have to wait in, in how do you say that with the S? In suspense to see what what the outcome of this kingdom will be, with Odysseyguy, doing a quick splice as you do, and immediately moving back on. Ooh.
Oh, I don't know if I've ever seen that before from LightRon. That's a weird angle, because usually you would kind of just rub up against that wall there, but he somehow bonked on it. Very odd.
That is the camera of all time. Yep. Oh, okay.
I don't know if I've ever seen that either.
That's new to me. I've never seen that.
That is very weird. And now one of the scariest parts of the Kingdom, the Invis block jump. So both runners can get it, keep this race very close.
Yeah, Odysseyguy getting it with
very nice
points collected.
at the very least, because they're very close in actuality, but we don't see it that way. So we almost we're not bombarded by two of the same thing at the same time. Because if we actually saw them how they were synced up, then we would have had to see two invis block jumps at the same time. But now we can focus on both individually. And LightRon, a little scary there. He almost didn't have enough height to make it on the platform, but gets it very nicely as he heads into the lava bubble room. And like I said, now as Odysseyguy is leaving the lava bubble room, then LightRon gets to enter.
Yeah. But like again, in reality, LightRon might already be out. At this time, we do not know.
A bit of an odd cycle there, because he missed the lava bubble capture right at the start.
If you were to be looking at it with a very weird angle, you could technically say we're having an eye in the past right now with, you know, I don't know, that's how most recordings go, but again, you know, LightRon might just be, you know, close to ruin right now while we're watching him make mistakes that he's already made or done movement that he's already done.
Yeah, so I wish I'd been, I guess the stream isn't a good way to look at it, but okay, so there is a 12-second difference between the two runners, which is more than I thought, to be honest, but...
Yeah, I mean, it was bound to happen, you know, because a lot of mistakes did happen for both runners, or like, I don't know, did Odysseyguy make too many mistakes?
Odysseyguy, I mean, they both did pretty clean luncheons, but LightRon messed up a bit there at the end.
Yeah.
But now that we're in Ruin Kingdom, do a little bit of shout out to the league. This is the SMO Any Pro League, as I mentioned at the start. Right now we're in the group stages, and in the next couple of weeks we'll be moving on to the bracket stage. So keep watching for that. We've got the links in chat there if you want to go look at the standings or the stat sheet, or most importantly, the donation link for the prize pool. I forget how the prize pool works, but the top few finishers in the tournament do all share a piece of the prize pool. So if you'd be interested, go and donate to that. And a very fun event we have here starting tomorrow is the 80% Community Clash LTA, which stands for live time attack, I think. Something like that. Which means everybody who signs up is competing in almost like a break the record type event. Top three, thank you, Sarah. Top three share the prize pool. But the everybody who signs up competes in a break the record like event where the top top 5 times, I believe, move on to the real event the next week, where they compete with Tyrone, Mitch, and Lucid. So they're top 3 on the 80% leaderboards. So it'd be very exciting to see that. I believe it's not still too late to sign up if you'd like to. The event starts tomorrow, so it might be too late, but you can still participate on your own anyway. There's gonna be a restream. It's going for 8 hours tomorrow, 8 hours on Sunday, and then the event with the top 8 will be taking place on the following Saturday and Sunday for 8 hours as well. So tune in for that. It's gonna be very exciting. I'm very excited. I'm not participating, but I will be commentating, so I'm excited for that. Also to shout out the runners as well. Go follow them on their Twitches. Very top level runners. They're putting on a real nice show for us today. Very close throughout the entire race. So we're going to see how this ends.
Yeah, and don't forget to follow Bob, my good co-commentator here, and don't forget to follow Sarah. And he made this all possible alongside with all the other Giga Chats who did their part. And speaking of the Giga Chats who did their part, don't forget to give some love to Matsy and Damster for the epic stat sheet.
Yes, there's so many people that participate in running this event. It's all put together very nicely, headed by, of course, our very own Saren himself. So shout outs to him.
Also, again, you know, about the LTA event, I will try my best to not let you down when I'm in that race. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see how that goes.
Good luck to you. Hopefully, I'll get to see you on the restream when I'm doing my part.
Nah, you know, you won't be able to see my face. You'll be able to see Jeremy. Jeremy's a dancing skeleton, by the way, if you were to know.
I'll be looking forward to him.
Alright, cool.
But now we're into Bowser's Kingdom. Very, very technical kingdom as well, along with many of the others. But a lot of difficulties here, and we also had the greatest boss fight in the game as well, with the mech fight.
Definitely. I feel like I said this in previous races as well, but I feel like mech is just like one of those boss fights. You know, you approach it and you feel the fear, like especially in the beginning, you feel the fear climbing up, and you're just like, oh man, I'm about to like possibly make or how do you say that? Make or break this run.
Yeah.
Which could be very.
It's so nice when it's done well.
Exactly.
Like it's a very nice speed run boss fight, but Odysseyguy going for birdless shards, and he gets the setup well, but doesn't position the bird properly, so it doesn't hit the bomb. So that means LightRon's gonna be breaking to this lead a bit. It was about a 15-second difference after Ruined. I'm not entirely sure where LightRon lost 3 seconds in Ruined, but
yeah, making up that time, saving some time over Odysseyguy here. And again, they're fairly close right now, but we can't really tell, who's ahead or who's, behind right now. So we'll have to wait and see. I'm willing to bet that Odysseyguy is ahead right now, but I am not. You'll have to take that with a massive grain of salt.
yeah, I'm also assuming that Odysseyguy is a little bit ahead of LightRon, but difficult to tell how much. Odysseyguy does get Star Bomba.
Definitely.
Very nice. Very cool trick. I vaguely understand how this works. It's just quite odd.
Yeah. I don't really understand the logic behind it, but it just works, I guess.
LightRon didn't get it though. My guess is it works because you've hit 2 different bombs towards Harriet. One hits first, and because the first one hit, the second one gets confused, so it just stops.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's true or not. That's just kind of how I understand it.
Yeah, I feel like, as you said, yeah, I feel like what you said is entirely true. Because, like, you hit the first bomb, it hits Harriet again, but the game thinks like, okay, you've hit Harriet, like, you don't need the second bomb anymore, so I guess it just kind of sort of tries to respawn, but it doesn't, so it gets into a state of confusion, and right after, like, Harriet deploys the bombs again, then you're able to, actually knock the bomb towards her. But again, I'm just spewing all kinds of nonsense out there. I don't actually know how this trick works. You'll have to ask Tyrone.
Yeah, Sarah, the best description for anything you don't understand in a game is, the game gets confused. There's certainly a better reason for that, or a better explanation, but the game gets confused.
Game gets confused.
It's probably accurate. I don't know. No one's here to disprove me. So.
I mean, isn't that how all strats work? Game gets confused.
In a way, yeah. Why are we able to moon flip? Because the game gets confused on collision. I mean, yeah, that's it.
How are we able to do moon cave skip? Not because of confusion, but because it's just.
Well, actually, you could say the game gets confused because it gives us an extra wall jump. So, in a way, it gets confused because we reset our wall jump, not ability, but the cooldown.
Yeah.
It's not the word either. Whatever. We reset our ability to wall jump again because we confused the game by moon gravity stuff. I don't know.
Yeah.
I only pretend to be an expert in this game.
Ooh, LightRon having a bit of trouble climbing this wall here. Getting on though without many difficulties. Without many. What? Okay, I'm done. I'll move on.
Now you're confused.
Yeah, I'm confused now. Someone called her on 18. I'm confused too.
Like a very, very nice climb. Let's see if he gets top required. And he does. Very nice. Still very close. LightRon had a bit of mistake there. Oh, and Odysseyguy unable to, ground pound the Harriet bubble. Gets target acquired. I couldn't really tell what was going on there because the buffering, but he managed to get it. We'll see how LightRon fares. He got the insta break on the bubble, so he's saved a little bit of time.
I mean, I feel like Odysseyguy was definitely a little bit close because, as you can see on the mech, there's like 3 squares with the what's it called? I usually use the third one as LightRon just did, using the third one.
Yeah, that's how you're usually supposed to do it. It did look like he was a bit close, but it's difficult to tell if he moved or not because of the weird buffering. But
yeah, I felt like Odysseyguy was on like the 2nd tile, which is very close. Like you're in much danger of actually like bonking against a wall or something. Like not actually.
Yeah, you can bonk on the side of the bubble instead of actually ground pound or like diving on top of it. And then if you're too far away from the edge, then you can just bonk on the mech and fall off. Exactly. Or you could just miss the bubble entirely.
Yeah, that's also very possible. There's a lot of dumb crap that can happen during a run, which it's stupid, but it's how the game works. All right.
It looks like LightRon's gonna be like close to 15 seconds behind Odysseyguy. 13 seconds behind.
That is quite the gap indeed.
So we're gonna see if Odysseyguy can hold out this tiny lead he's had for most of the run. But as Saren says, Moon Kingdom is actually gonna matter in this race because 15 seconds is definitely a pretty small amount of time that LightRon could make up with a big enough mistake from Odysseyguy. So Odysseyguy is definitely, this is not his race to lose yet. This is still anybody's race.
Ooh. These angles, man. With Odysseyguy almost getting hit by the moon or the spike snake or whatever it's called.
The moon snake, I believe. I don't know if that's the actual name, but that's what everybody calls it.
And LightRon just getting the most sharp, sharp again line that I've ever seen on a triple in Mooncave Skip. And getting what is this track called?
The one wall jump, Mooncave Skip. Yeah. So it looked like LightRon might have been a bit faster there because Odysseyguy had, instead of ground pounding on top of the Sphinx, he did a jump. Oh, he went for the new first fast hat strike. He messed it up. It's supposed to be more consistent than the other one, the roll cancel one, but he unfortunately did not get it right.
But yeah, both of them appearing to be in the Bowser fight. I think that Odysseyguy heading into the 3rd phase right now. Yeah,
he's in the 2nd.
No, the 2nd one. Aha. Yeah.
Counting is hard.
Counting is very hard. Yeah.
We're gonna have to see how much time that lost. Luckily, he didn't. He was able to still get the hat, and Bowser didn't run away, but still definitely lost some time. So LightRon might be within 10 seconds now. Yeah, again, very difficult to tell.
Alright, Bob, do you think that we will be seeing a 2DSS from either runner?
I'm gonna guess no. I'm gonna guess we're not gonna see a 2DSS from either runner.
I mean,
Because
there's
I
no
mean anything can happen in Pillar Room. I remember one race. It was the first Any Percent League final. No, not the first. It was the second one. Where it was Mitch and Tyrone were facing off against each other, and Mitch was ahead the entire race, but lost the lead in pillars because he missed the first pillar.
I think I
So-
remember that.
Yeah, I believe that was the second league, might have something like that, and then Tyrone ended up winning the best of 3 because of that. Because Mitch won the second game, Tyrone won the third. So if Mitch had gotten the first pillar, then that would have been wraps on the best of 3 right there. Since
Definitely.
Tyrone didn't win the second game, but because of that, Tyrone was the winner of that Any Percent League. We're gonna see Odysseyguy, surprisingly,
Last race as well, and opting.
went for the one attempt on 2DSS. I don't know if that's a great move here with such a small lead, because even missing it once could lose you a good bit of time. This race is so close, and because they're not synced, it is so difficult to tell how close this is. But even without the syncing on stream, this is this is such a close race.
Exactly.
Oh my god.
They're not being wrong. Alright, get your cat jams Pepe cheese in chat right now. Because we are in the pillar room with the most banger of bangers in in this very game, in my opinion. Ooh, Odysseyguy seeming to not get that.
I'm really struggling with the first pillar there.
Did he get it in the end? I did not see it. Ooh,
It looks like very awkward.
Odysseyguy almost dying there, being like a second away from, falling down.
So it looks like on stream Odysseyguy is taking home the win. I'm assuming because the LightRon had a very awkward first pillar.
You're an Odysseyguy.
Yeah, this is we were not out of sync that much. This is the win for Odysseyguy by actually I guess we were synced up there by the end. Look at that. By 13 seconds. Man, that was a crazy close race the entire time.
Definitely.
59-36 versus a 59-49. Both sub hours, both very solid runs. If I see LightRon's in the booth if he wants to undef and unmute, and then we can let Odysseyguy back in. He's in the waiting room. We can ask a couple post game interview questions. It's just crazy how close this race was the whole time.
It was.
And I believe
nuts.
that might be the closest race in the league so far.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, it was the closest race before this was 14 seconds. This was 13 seconds. Odysseyguy pulling out the win again. How do you feel about that race?
Pretty good. Pretty good.
Yeah, I don't know how much you were watching the stream, or if you were at all, but you guys were almost tied pretty much the entire race. Like you had a 10-second lead on LightRon pretty much the entire time. It was extremely close. It was really cool to see. It's such a close race. Like I said, this was the closest race in the tournament so far with just a 13-second difference. Crazy.
Pretty crazy. We both played pretty good. But yeah, GG's LightRon.
Yeah, GG Odysseyguy. It was insane.
Yeah, how do you feel about that run, LightRon? He unfortunately couldn't get the win, but it's very solid run from you still.
Yeah, I'm not that bad because I'm not that mad because I played well. Only sand was a big mess, but it was the same case for Odysseyguy too, so I won't complain that much. And besides that, there was only slop mistakes in dungeon and endgame, but overall, I'm happy with this time. Unfortunately, I don't have a win, but I'm still happy with this race.
Yeah, very good showcase from both of you runners here. You both were kind of just neck and neck the entire race. That was a very fun race to watch. No clue who was gonna win. So, congrats to
Yeah.
Odysseyguy for the win.
Odysseyguy getting 2 runs in a row. How do you feel right now?
I feel pretty good because I had lost my first ever race, and I decided that I really wanted to win my next two because I don't know, losing my first race did not feel great. So I'm just happy I won
Yeah.
2 in a row.
Yeah, your
So
confidence must
that's
be at
like
an
best
all-time
case scenario
high.
for me.
Yeah. Well, I would definitely love to see you further into the league. It was an absolute pleasure having you. Same to you, LightRon. GG, you guys. It was an absolutely incredible race to see. And yeah, I wish best of luck to you both further.
Thank you, man. Thanks
Yeah,
for
thanks a
Yeah,
lot.
GG's
thanks
to both
commentators
runners.
for
A very, very fun race.
yeah, it was
Definitely.
pretty good.
And then we've got the community clash tomorrow. I believe this is the last race for today. But we'll be back tomorrow. I don't really know what time. I'm not a very good commentator, but
I think it's like 2 p.m. UTC.
that might be right. I know what time it is
Oh
my
yeah.
time. It's 9 a.m. CST, but that's not very helpful for the majority of population. But yeah, community clash tomorrow. Yeah, thank you, Saren. 2 p.m. UTC. Very excited for it. It's gonna be 8 hours of runs from people, all skill levels, all across the community, restreamed right here on YouTube. So be prepared for that. Again, GG's to both runners. Good luck in all your future
Exactly.
races as well. Very fun time. And we will see you all tomorrow.
Yeah. Have a good one, you guys.